Hi, I'm Vinny. I finally got around to making this video. Sorry for taking so long. A lot of stuff has been happening IRL, but I finally got around to compiling all the questions and stuff, and I'm gonna answer it. LZR asks, Vinny, you are the best Game & Watch. How exactly do you get those reads into crazy smashes? How do you observe your opponent so easily all the time? Also, what do you think about bacon? I get reads into crazy smashes by observing what people do out of down throw and trying to get into their head and seeing what they're doing next. Usually people try to switch it up out of down throw, so I sort of read them trying to switch it up and do something from there, I guess. How do I observe my opponent so easily all the time? I just always watch my opponent and always watch everything they're doing, even when I'm not even near them, just to try to pick up things. That would help me. What do I think about bacon? I don't think bacon's very good. Chef, neutral B. But I like B sticking at the ledge because it auto cancels into aerials. I just recently found that, so I'm gonna make a video on it probably today or soon. UTD Zach asks, what was your main reason for switching to Ice Climbers? Did you consider other characters as well? Why don't you get very many 9s? I switched to Ice Climbers because I realized it was kind of impossible to be consistent with Game & Watch. And I also thought Ice Climbers were always really, really broken, but nobody really showed how broken they really were. So I kind of wanted to mess around with them, and I always found them fun. So I don't get 9s because I don't attempt 9s really very much, because I don't like relying on luck much to win. I will though if I have like a gimmick like on like the Brinstar things where I can do the 9 and it'll lag and someone will try to hit it and stuff. But generally I don't use that move very much. Jeebus asks, what do I think about the Diddy Game & Watch matchup? What do I think is Game & Watch's worst matchup? The Diddy Game & Watch matchup I've struggled with for a really long time, and I've always lost to ADHD, and at one point I was just losing to every Diddy, and it was just really frustrating. Game & Watch's trip animation is really bad, and he also dies really early, so Diddy's killing problem is not like a problem in this matchup for him. And he camps Game & Watch really, really well. His weaknesses are offstage and his weight, but it gets really frustrating with between the peanuts, the fairs, and the camping in general. I think it's like -1. I don't think it's that bad once you get like a really, really good handle of it. But it's still I don't think it's possible to be consistent in it. Sambo 400 asks, how Marth? I'm not sure how to answer that question. If you mean like how do I fight Marth, well usually I go Ice Climbers now, but when I went Game & Watch I would always try to keep Fair fresh so I can have a reliable killer. And I would try to juggle him with nairs, and every time I grab him I would throw him off the stage instead of down throw. Any type of solid damage or even trading is good versus Marth, and anytime I felt like I would get frustrated or comboed by Marth a lot, I would just run away and just reset the situation, because that's how I used to lose pretty badly to a lot of Marths, by getting comboed and frustrated and outranged. Bear is also pretty good, but you have to space it in a way where they can't DI out and fair you, because fair also leads to other stuff. And usually if people DI out a bear, they only take like 6 or like 8 damage or whatever, and fair does more than that, so it's like a losing situation pretty much. Penta asks, how do I shout web? I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question. Sorry. Gardax asks, why didn't you go Game Watch against Esam on Rainbow Cruise? Last time I went Meta Knight on Rainbow Cruise against Esam, like before that tournament, I beat him. So I thought I could do it again, but I got grabbed at 0 and 0 to death with F throw with this Rainbow Cruise gimmick that he used. So I feel like I could have won if he didn't do that, but I fell for it. So Gardex also asks, how does one beat Olimar? It's really hard, but I think it's still only -1. He gets really outcamped, and you can't fall into his pivot grabs, otherwise you're just gonna get bodied. You just have to be really patient and try to chip in damage as much as you can. Down tilt near the ledge. Don't attack him in the air like directly, or he'll just whistle you. You have to bait the whistle. Down throw dare and down throw F smash both work if they don't tech. Next question. Xdeath asks, what are you looking for when you shield pressure as Game & Watch? That's such a weird question to answer. I'll try to bear their shield, and if their shield gets really low, then I'll try to nair at them. It's generally a good idea. Depends at their height, though. I wouldn't like nair at Meta Knights or anything. Oh, he said use Wario as an example. Yeah, I would try to dance around him with like down tilts, nairs, bears, but I wouldn't overcommit to him because that's what he wants. Next question, he said, when you're blueprinting a game plan, how do you go about it? Player habits, matchup study. I would just do the smartest thing most of the time in most situations. Like, I just basically take all the information of player habits and try to smash them out of it. And if you can see in the background, he also plays Game & Watch. Say hello. Yeah, okay. Next question. LZR asks, I find it hard to shield pressure an opponent who knows his stuff. Throwing bacon when you know it's safe can be a good idea. I don't know how to answer that question. I don't even think that's a question. It's hard to shield pressure an opponent who knows his stuff, because like if a Meta Knight's gonna up you at a shield or something, like doesn't matter how small their shield is, an up you at a shield is an up you at a shield, and it's really frustrating. Most people know when they have a small shield that you're gonna want to bear, so they prepare themselves for it. Like I think Otori like did back hit of down smash because he knew I was gonna bear because of his low shield or some shit. It's pretty gay. Next question. Dub asks, what are some of your most reliable kill setups? What do you look for when going for the kill with Game & Watch? Well, I make sure I don't throw out a bunch of smashes because that's how Game & Watchers get bodied. As I said before, I try to keep my fares fresh, and if I die first before the opponent and they're at kill percent, I can just fair them usually since my fare is fresh when we respawn. But otherwise, I try to hit them with, well, my general game plan is hit them into the air with anything, preferably like an aerial, like nair or a bear, and then try to frame trap them into like an up smash or something. Whenever I do throw out smashes and they shield it, I usually try to up B away or jab afterwards, because those are good combo breakers in case they aren't frame perfect with punishing. Up smash has IASA frames, so you can go for kill setups with up smash without being worried of being punished out of shield, because you can up B it right after. But if they power shield it, they can punish it. But it's hard to power shield up smash. Smiley Face says he's gonna say Ice Climbers and Diddy is -2. No, I think Diddy's -1 and Ice Climbers is -3. Ice Climbers Game & Watch is quite the hopeless matchup. I wouldn't attempt it. This is coming from experience. I play both characters. It's pretty terrible, unfortunately. I think all of the other matchups are very possible for Game and Watch though. Link in hand says, "How do you play against snakes, moths, and ices as Game and Watch?" Well, I talked about Game and Watch moth earlier. I would never ever play Game and Watch against ices ever again. And against snakes, I would try to mainly use moves that either get him off stage or into the air, and just try to juggle him as much as I can, and frame trap him into grabs as well. And I also like to stay away from him and just not get hit by any explosives, because then most snakes get pretty frustrated and attempt to approach afterwards. I like punishing moves out of shield against snake. Like Nair out of shield is pretty good against snake. Like if he F tilts Game and Watch's shield, depending on the spacing, I could get either, I think, a down smash, a down tilt, but I prefer doing Nair because it pops him into the air and it puts him in a much worse position. Dexiden asks, "How do you slow fall Dare and show me how to spike with it?" You slow fall Dare by like fast falling it, like it's a regular aerial. You just fast fall it, even though because it has an automatic speed when it goes down. But if you fast fall it, it slow falls. You spike with it by the beginning hitbox of it before he dives down with it. It's not that hard. LZR says, "Good ways to take notes of your opponent, what your opponent does after down throw, and what are the best options out of it." Depending on the character, you can get down throw Dare if they don't tech or if they tech in place, which does a lot, and it also combos into regrab at low percents, depending on the character though. Otherwise, I try to make the read that will be solid damage, but will cover like at least 2 or 3 of the 5 options that they have. The 5 options they have is roll left, roll right, tech roll left, tech roll right, or just stay there. It would depend where I am on the stage. If you're closer to the ledge, you can cover more options. Getting regrabs out of it is also cool. It gets them pretty frustrated, and you can pretty much usually tell what they're going to do after it, because you can get inside their head. Cardex asks, "Who are the top 5 Game & Watch users?" I didn't even compile a list before this video, so I'm just going to go off the top of my head. I would just base it off the US because I have no idea how good Rak Yawo is in Japan. In the US, based on recent results, I would say first would be, I guess, me. You know, I haven't used him in tournament in a while, but I still whip him out sometimes a lot, and it's still not rusty. Second, based on results, would probably be either Alpha Cans or Penta, tied for second. Penta recently beat Atomisk at Concentrate 3. That was actually a really good accomplishment that he has. But Alpha Cans also, although his region isn't very strong, he's consistently placing top 2, or not, if not winning. So it would be one of them. Fourth or fifth would go to any inactive Game & Watches, because there's a lot of them, like Atomus, Vex, UTD Zach, actually, UTD Zach would probably be in the Vex and the Alpha Chems group, because he recently attended something, I think, and did decently. Zeload asks, did you start this whole idea after seeing other boards do this? I started this idea because I saw it on All's Brawl and I thought it looked fun, and I also kind of want to help the Game & Watchers because the player base is very small for some reason. Yeah. Next question by 8-Bit Man. Can you Dacus with Game & Watch?
Why?
I remember seeing it done before. How? You were probably dreaming.
Yeah. Show them my turtle Franklin.
Oh, this is let me get it on the camera. This is Vex's turtle Franklin, and it's not only a turtle. I don't know how to open
Just
it.
pull it apart.
It's like
It
weird.
splits in half.
I know, but like, okay. It's a USB. It's a flash drive. 2 gigabytes.
4.
4 gigabytes. Sorry. The most useful turtle ever.
Ultra fast read speeds.
And it's ultra fast for some reason, even though it's a turtle. Yeah, Game & Watch can't Dacus. It just stops him in his tracks. It's pretty lame. If he did, though, he would be a tier above it, easily.
Maybe. Depends what Dacus you're talking about.
Well, technically, every character has a Dacus, but it just stops him. For some reason, it's pretty gay.
Yeah, he just stopped.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Gardex asks, Vinny, is Game & Watch, in your opinion, viable in tournament play? What kind of play style do you find to be the most effective? Those are two very, very vague questions. I would say he is viable in tournament play.
Absolutely.
But he definitely would need a secondary for at least one character. And also definitely probably on FD. He'll probably need a secondary. He can't beat Ice Climbers.
Yeah, you can.
No, he can't.
You just need to sit on a platform like this.
He can't beat Ice Climbers. Okay. Gardex asks, what characters would you classify as bad matchups, slightly bad, and even? I definitely should have prepared for this question. Bad matchups. Well, impossible matchup would be Ice Climbers. Bad matchup, very bad matchups would be Marth. Olimar and Diddy might approach that, but we'll see what happens.
I think Olimar.
I guess. No, Olimar's possible.
I think it's the worst.
Slightly bad, I think, would be Diddy, Snake. Well, are we including Mennonite?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Mennonite is -1, so yeah, I would say slightly bad.
-1 or -2. It all depends on who kills who first.
Even matchups is like, I would say like 10 to 15 characters. A lot of mid tiers go even with Game & Watch. The high tiers that don't rape Game & Watch go even with him.
Like
except for Kirby, if you count him as a high tier, because he's pretty AUS.
He beats Kirby, he beats Toon Link.
He definitely beats Toon Link. Definitely beats Kirby. Definitely bodies Kirby. It's not that bad, but yeah. Who will win Apex? Well, this question was asked before Apex. If you were to ask me before Apex, I would say probably Mewtwo King or probably
Neotona.
Probably, yeah, I was going to say Neotona. But yeah, that question's void now. So, does this dress make you look silly? You tell me. I mean, you know, some people like wearing dresses. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question. I'm sorry. I don't know. Is this why we can't have nice things? I guess. Your pick for Game of the Year 2011? I'm not much of a gamer, I guess. I don't really play games much other than Smash, so I couldn't answer that question. Are you going off topic? Yes, you are. But it's okay. I still love you. Your reason for not going Game & Watch against ESAM on Rainbow Cruise was stupid. Blah, 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 blah. I already answered that question before. Okay. Triforce of Chozo asks, what's your opinion on the fact that there aren't enough Game & Watch players to fill 3 pages without people spamming? It's pretty sad. You know, not many people play this character. I wish more people did. That would be great. But they don't. But I can see why. Because why would you play Game & Watch when, like, there are, like, 8 other characters, or, like, 9 other characters that are better?
I think Game & Watch.
And then there's Meta Knight. And it's like, wow. Like, why am I not playing Meta Knight?
Game & Watch is still great because people don't know what they're doing versus.
Yeah, that's also a good point. Game & Watch. A lot of people don't know the matchup. So, Like, I could probably go Game and Watch against Mewtwo King and just do things, and it would probably just work like it has before. Just because he just doesn't know. Because Game Watch isn't Snake or Diddy or anything. I don't know. Nobody really practices against Game and Watch much. Because there's no reason to, really. Dub asks, your favorite doubles partner and why? I don't think I can answer that with one partner, but I can say my top 3 favorite partners in no order are Atomisk, Snakey, and Punishment Divine, probably. Because I have just the best chemistry out of all of them, out of everyone with them 3, and also best accomplishments with them. Solarius asks, how do I play Game Watch more effectively? It's such a big question. Like, I can't answer that. Like,
Be smart.
but I don't know. Just do what works and discard what doesn't. That's all I can say. How do I predict down throw better? That question's been asked 3 times already. So I'd rather not be a parrot. Pixel Fake asks, why aren't there more Game Watch mains? I already answered that question, because Game Watch is a lot worse than Meta Knight, and Meta Knight's very good and a lot more fun. How cool is Game Watch? Game Watch is pretty damn cool. I can actually...
He's a black man.
Yeah, he's a black man. So, like, he's the only black man in Brawl. Like, I'll actually show you. Where's that magnet? Did you throw it out or no? Okay. Here it is. Hold on one sec. Okay, you can see this. Not the Rice Krispies. Hold on. That's my Ice Climbers magnet, and that was my Game & Watch magnet, but it snapped. So now it's failed. But yeah, Game & Watch is pretty cool. Next question. Where was I? Any tips for Ice Climbers? I'm sorry, I can't help you. Honestly, if you're going to do anything, just body Nana and just run away from Popo, but make sure you're on the same stocks so you're not behind. And just hope for the best. I mean, you don't even have a dare in that matchup. You don't even have, like, a solid recovery in that matchup. I guess maybe. You have no approach. If you get camp, you lose. If you get camped, you lose. If you lose the lead in any way by a significant amount, it's game over unless you get a lucky smash or gimp. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Honestly, I would advise going another character against them. Unless they don't know the matchup, then just do shit and just bear at them and shit. Next question. Am I supposed to crouch, cancel, jab grabs? If you mean by jab, press down, and grab, then yes, it makes the jab grab faster and a combo on a lot of characters. Crouch canceling doesn't exist in Brawl, unfortunately. Well, it does, but it's not probable. Yeah. Technically, you can get less hits done from jab grab. I mean, from crouch canceling sometimes, but like not enough to matter or be viable. Alright, 3 questions left. How does one study this game? What does it consist of? Learning and knowing. Any tips to become a top player or steps needed to progress in that direction? Play with people that are better than you, but not that much better than you, because if you have a huge skill gap, you're not learning anything, you're just getting beat up. Talk a lot when you're practicing. Like, talk out everything that's happening so you understand everything that's happening. Play with people that are better than you. Play with a lot of different people, and also watch videos of people that are better than you with your own character. because that definitely helps a lot. That's a major key on how I got better with Game & Watch. LZR says, I have a personal issue with this video not being done. Well, I'm sorry. I've been doing a lot of things since Apex, and this wasn't at like the very top of my priority list. I finally moved out, and I'm settled down now, so I was able to make this video. So I'm sorry for any inconvenience.
Somebody said they had a personal issue with you not doing a video that you're doing in your free time for free.
Yeah, apparently.
Fuck them.
Whatevs. Valden says, how does play Game & Watch?
Don't spam down smash.
Don't spam down smash. That's what Vex says. Yeah. Okay. That was the vaguest question of them all, actually. Alright, well, it's been a fun 24 minutes. Or 26 minutes or whatever. But I gotta take a shower now and get ready for the day. It's been fun, I guess, talking to my computer screen. Peace, guys.